with all the walking we had to do back in the day to go to school.
Yeah,
It's
as a
no
kid,
wonder.
as a kid, I always give people people ask me a question, how were you as a kid growing up with shoes? I didn't have a lot of sneakers. I remember my dad selling sneakers, a pair of sneakers to me from Canada. And I always tell everybody that particular story because I think that is one of the stories that make me the person who I am and designing sneakers.
Like, subscribe, and share to Voices of Linden TV.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Let's Talk show. I'm Armina Seetram, and this evening we're happy to have the CEO of Signature Moov, Quince Solomon, joining us all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome, Quincy.
Thank you so much for having me on your program this evening.
Oh, we're excited to hear all about you. So let's start off by defining what Signature Moov is all about.
Okay, my brand Signature Moov, it's actually established in 2015. The whole idea of the name Signature Moov, I always believe as a child or adult growing up, everybody have that signature imprint in life. It doesn't matter who you be, you have that signature move in life. You have something that is special about you. So my brand came about with the idea of having something that people didn't see before, so created something different. That's how Signature Move came about.
Oh, that's fantastic. And it's so well recognized today. So you are also from our hometown of Linden. Do you want to share with me a couple of your memories of growing up there?
Being born and grew in Linden, right? I went to Multilateral School, secondary school. I was a teacher also for approximately 12 years before migrating. But as a kid growing up, I came from entrepreneur background whereby both of my parents they had business on the market. My aunt, my uncle, them they had business on the market. So entrepreneurship was actually built in me from that young age in Mackenzie. Because as my uncle does always say, Solomon, we came as merchant, we didn't came as slave, as he mentioned. So that was always at the back of my head as a kid growing up. I used to buy sweeties and stuff, as we call it back then, from Bimbo. I used to walk on the road and sell, master the car sell. So that whole being from Linden, it brings me to the person I am today.
Oh, something to indeed be very proud of. I
Thank
mean,
you.
so with that said, mosquito coils and selling sweets and being smart enough to be able to know that somewhere along the line someone's craving sugar and they need to kill the mosquitoes that are going to eat them because of the sugar. So
That's
pretty
right.
cool. So for those of
That's
us
right.
who are contemplating business ownership, what can you share with us about how you took your company, the vision, and turned it into the success that it is today?
Okay, we actually started off from painting sneakers. I remember our first sneakers that we had, a signature move. Let me show you right here. This is our first prototype sneakers right here. It was painted. We didn't know about making sneakers. We used to paint, we used to buy sneakers first. I used to go out there, buy the sneakers and paint it for the customer. Then as time go by, we start to evolve from painting to making our own sneakers now. So entrepreneurship for me is basically like, you're gonna find yourself evolving in any business that you're in. And you have to keep up with the time. That's why we always have that slogan, embracing the culture. So embracing the culture basically for us is like moving from one point to the other point. It's not gonna be easy. I'm gonna be honest, it's not gonna be easy, but as time go by, it's gonna progress to where you want it to be. But you have to be consistent at doing it.
Actually, I know from viewing your website that you have multiple logos. Do you want to share the reasoning behind the logos and what they each signify?
Yeah, we have three logos in our business. We have the golden S. You find the golden S for us is be on our sneakers. All our sneakers carry the golden S inside of it. The golden S signify for me, my name is Quincy Solomon. The S is for Solomon, and the yellow, the golden yellow is my dad. He had like the color yellow. He had passed away, right? He liked the color yellow. So that was a big significance for our sneakers, right? Then we have the other one with the jaguar. I'm being from Guyana. The jaguar is one of our national animals. So I incorporate that jaguar in our clothing logo, in our clothing, because everybody have that specific, that animal instinct in them. So I always said, for me, my animal instinct is the jaguar. So I put it there. And then for our grooming product, we also do beard oil. We do men grooming, the King Solomon brand. So we have a next logo also. So we have three logos. So you can always find those three logos out there. But that all entails Signature Moov.
That's excellent. So from beard oil to footwear and everything in between, quite a broad spectrum. And you have
Yeah,
identifiable logos for each product line. So there
that's
must have
correct.
been, like the Jaguar, you probably had a lot of patience that you're putting
That's
a lot of
correct.
thought into every single action to do with your business and the success of Signature Moov. One of the things I noticed when looking at your website too is that I can't help but notice how important individualistic culture and heritage is actually your prime focus. It's actually part of your vision. And you spoke about it a little bit already. So culture and heritage obviously is very important to you and defines your company. Do you want to share a bit more about that?
Yeah, living in North America, you always find people. For me, you always find people want to identify where they're from, but specifically they have like nothing to show. Only by finding the cars you drive, you might see a flag, Guyana, Trinidad. So the idea for me came about, something. What if I put the flag on a apparel or on a sneaker, so we go to anywhere, people identify where you're from. So we have Barbados, the Belgian flag on our stuff, right? You don't see the nowhere. So that was something unique for us. So we started putting the flag. A lot of people started to show the heritage where they're from. Saying, and you go to a party, somebody like, where you from? A party show where I'm from. So for me, coming together, that's why we have it embracing the culture. That is one of the key words that we use in our brand, embracing the culture. Allow people to show the heritage through their apparel, right? So you get an idea to show where you're from through your apparel. That's the culture of it.
Yeah, well, everybody has unique personalities, and fashion is one of those ways of defining it. So,
That's right.
obviously, running a business comes with a multitude of responsibility, and you have to have a lot of strength within yourself for those moments when you're not quite sure what you're doing and how you're going to get there, achieving the things that you put yourself out. So, how do you overcome your moments of doubt?
For me, sometimes before I actually had this brand, I was a manager for JCPenney, Dollar Tree. So I have a lot of idea how to deal with situation. So sometimes you may find designing these footwork, these footwears and designing clothes and the apparel. Sometimes you're gonna find yourself in a moment like, I don't able to do this. I don't want to do this. But you have to look at the long picture of it. It's like your intention in your business is to make a name for yourself. Is to make a legacy. So when you have those doubtful moments, you sit back, take some time, and then you go back again because it's not gonna be easy. It would not be easy. You have a lot of obstacles to go your way. You have designers issue, you have delivery issue, and sometimes you just want to pull away. But for me as an individual, I always like to know before I leave anywhere, before I do anything, I put my best into it. So putting my best foot forward is always a motivating factor for me when I have those doubts. Continue pushing on.
So, with that said, walk us through a customer experience when they want to purchase one of your products.
Okay, like today, first today, I had a customer call me up. She wanted, Linden week is coming up. So she wanted some apparel done, but she wanted to customize it because we customize also too. We just don't we do a lot in our business. So you may have a family reunion, you want a T-shirt to make with your family. We would do all that. So she wants something customized. So the first thing we do, she called me on the phone. I take my time, walk her through it, what she have to do. I design a mock-up. I send it to her. She send it back to me. Then she go to the website. Everything on the website of itself. Because the website allows you to create your own design on the website too, right? So when you finish that part of it, if you're satisfied, I always ask customer, call me. My number, call me. Let me go through it with you because I want to ensure you have what you pay for. and then they go decide they pay. Our delivery process takes approximately 7 to 14 business days, which in this year we're trying our best to scale back and make it within a 5 days period. So we're working on that right now, right? And when delivered to the customer, they have a 10 days return policy. So if it's not working for them, we give you the option of return within 10 days time.
Very easy. So I happen to know you have a website called Signature Moov. And then, of course, I think you're working on Shopify, is it?
Yeah. At the end of this month, we actually want to, as I said, we're going global. We want to go out there more, not just to the Caribbean aspect of our brand. We want to reach more people. And in reaching more people, we start to diversify, and using Shopify as one of the means of selling our custom design sneakers, also t-shirts, because we do t-shirts too. So we're using the shop. Right now, we're in the process of building the shop. So when we finish there, we're going to launch, I think it should be launched on the 23rd of February. For me, it's something significant because of Marsha Money too. So I'm working very hard, me and my graphic designers. We are working to get that store up by the 23rd of February.
Excellent. And with that said, as we know, we have a packed year with Caribana, Car West, Linden Town Week you've mentioned already. So obviously your team is going to be present at some of these activities.
Yeah, we actually have invitation to Car West and Caribana. So we want to it there. We want to also it Nottingham Carnival in the UK. So we have invitation for there also too. And we want to go to Barbados also for crop over. But one of our big focus, we're looking at Guyana Carnival too. We want the Cricket Carnival. We want to touch there also too. So for this year, we have a lot of country plan on touching and actually pushing more of our items there. Because as I said, global. We want Signature Moov to be a household name. In order for us to be a household name, we have to go out there now. We have to touch a different style, touch the different regions, and see how accessible is our thing. Because a lot of people like what we do. As I said, I'm not going to brag on both, but we try our best to provide quality product at an affordable price. And that is something that a lot of customers like with us.
Yeah, and in today's society, I think more and more people are liking to personalize things to be unique to themselves. So I think it's quite a global achievement that you're so well known. I mean, Car West happens to be held here in Edmonton, and you already have quite a lot of fans here, it seems. And
Yeah.
So I'm sure they're looking forward. So the Edmontonians who are going to be seeing this.
Yeah. Last year we had two persons from Edmonton. They actually was in the float with our sneakers, and then we have a lot of customers. We do have a lot of customers.
Yeah.
So we're
a little town, but we love to party. We're a little town, and
good.
they celebrate Car West. That's for sure.
That's
It's our
good.
biggest Caribbean
That's
show
great.
here, and
That is great.
yeah, it's very unique. So we welcome you to Edmonton when you get here, and Toronto, of course, is known for Caribana. So I'm sure you're going to have a fun time there too with your products.
We're working very hard to actually touch those markets, and then right in the US too, we have Labor Day weekend coming up. Last year we went to a lot of carnivals, to kids carnival. So we're trying to go out there and let the people see what Signature Moov have to offer. You know, a lot of people like what we offer. So we want to do that and said affordable price. Our price are we always have sale on our site. So we always try to reach the market with our products demonstrate.
That's great. It's going to be exciting. So part of course, owning a business and becoming successful is always the aspect of integrity, which is very important. And with that comes a responsibility of taking care of those who are not so fortunate. Can you kindly share with us some of the organizations that you work with for giving back?
As I'm being a teacher, I'm always a teacher. Never mind, I leave the profession years ago. One of the things that we try to do is do sneakers for the kids. We try to donate a lot of sneakers back to the kids of Linden, and we're trying to go out of Linden to the Guyana. 2 years ago, my daughter came up with an idea of designing a sneakers that the kids in Guyana could go to school with. And during that time, we do 50 pairs of sneakers. We did it last year also too. But we try our best to donate to students because we know some people come from background where, for me, I went through that before as a kid growing up. I know myself had one pair of shoes. All right. I know myself had one pair of shoes. And for me, I always feel giving back helps the community at the same time. So I know how it feels not to have a pair of shoes to go to school or shoes that have a tear or whatsoever. So coming from that background, we try our best to give back to the school system. Also, too, we try to donate to other organizations out there too. We are actually independent. We are not connected with any organization, I would say, but we go out there with the help of customers and friends. We donate sneakers to the kids, them, and all black sneakers. So you check on our site and our page, you're gonna see we donate a lot to the kids, them.
Oh, that's a great way of giving back for sure. I mean, with all the walking we had to do back in the day to go to school,
Yeah,
it's
as a
no
kid,
wonder.
as a kid, I always give people this people ask me a question, how were you as a kid growing up with shoes? I didn't have a lot of sneakers. I remember my dad selling sneakers, a pair of sneakers to me from Canada. And I always tell everybody that particular story because I think that is one of the stories that make me the person who I am and designing sneakers. He sent a pair of sneakers to me to go out, and that sneakers was so tight for me. I want to go to fair, Mackenzie Sports Stuff Fair back then. I chose water in that sneakers just to stretch that sneakers to go out. I remember going to Multi and my sneakers had a hole inside of it. My mom was a seamstress and I put a lot of scraps in the sneakers to stop water from getting in the sneakers. So I know about that. So all of that helped me fashion me to the person who I am today. When I look at my closet, I got so many sneakers. So the brand of itself, those are things that makes me move from point A to point B, from where I came from to where I'm at right now.
Yes. And you mentioned the word earlier, legacy. So obviously building a legacy, not just for yourself. And of course, your customers are also gaining from that by having something unique to themselves. But
That's right.
obviously, too, for your family, I know you have 3 daughters and a lovely wife. And so when you say legacy, what does that?
I always believe in this life you have two things. When you die, you leave two things with you. You leave memory and you leave a legacy. For me, my legacy is for my kids. Them they mightn't do it 100% with the brand, but what I'm working for them to understand that their dad had left something for them. I try to incorporate them in the business. I have my daughter, my small daughter, she in charge of my TikTok page. My middle daughter, she's a model, and she takes a picture for me. My big daughter, she's a model also too. So I try for them to incorporate. My wife, she do the PR for me sometimes. So family is it for me, whereby I allow them to incorporate into the business, have an idea what I'm doing. So God forbid when I passed away, they have an idea what I.
Yes, and that's a great thing because when you incorporate everybody into it, everyone loves a family-owned business, something that has a
That's
great
right.
story, something where everyone's touching it and they take part in it and they gain from it. So it's really nice. It also teaches your daughters what business ownership is like. And who
That's
knows,
right.
maybe one day one of them would
Yeah,
like to
I pay
take it.
them,
I know.
and they
Yeah,
get
you
paid
pay them?
too. Yeah, they get paid.
Yes. Well,
So
I can relate to that. I have a 15-year-old that knows that if you make a certain amount of money every year, you don't get taxed. So she
that's
made
right.
sure that we found her a job in our business and she gets paid. So
Yeah,
she
I
doesn't
pay
miss a
them
day of
too.
work. It's great because you have to teach your children how to take care of themselves by the actions that you take that enables
That
them
is
for the
true.
future.
That is true. That is
So
true.
kudos to you for that. That is fantastic. And I think that's definitely going to help in the growth of your company as it continues. So, how do you keep? I mean, you've mentioned PR, you've mentioned design, you've talked about a website. You obviously have employees that work with you along on this journey. How do you keep your team motivated?
Okay, when I started first, it was just me alone. I used to run everything by myself, and then later I started to try to distribute the workload. So I have a graphic designer. She lives in Pakistan. I have an artist. I have two artists live in Nigeria. I have my PR. So for me, motivating my team is trying my best to be what to say, be upbeat in the program. If we design something, I congratulate them. I even give them an extra sometimes. I have them do the input in the business. I don't just me because I'm the owner of the business, the CEO of the business. I control everything. I allow them to have the saying also to what if we do this here, how this would work out, what is your idea, what is your concept. Okay, this month here, I need you guys to bring two more different concepts because we have a lot of sneakers will be coming out this year. And some of the sneakers that be coming out is the employees them. They want to see this here. So we work together as a team to bring about ideas and stuff. So I allowed my team to incorporate in the business of itself, not just delegating the duties like you do this, you do this. I ask their opinion. What if we do this? How do you feel? So they have a feeling of ownership in the business.
Yes, well, a good friend once said that accountability and responsibility to your team is actually what gains integrity.
That's
And
so true.
obviously, integrity is also important to you. So then it becomes important to them. And then it's almost like they take ownership of their actions. So it's quite nice. Accountability, responsibility, and more integrity. So
That's right.
where do you see Signature Moov in 5 years?
Okay, when I started first, one of the biggest thing for me is I always tell my friends and my wife, my kids, I want when I'm coming off of the airport, I must see Signature Moov at the airport. Now for me, I want to see Signature Moov global. I want it to be a household name. I want some. It must be a prize. Like I have this sneakers here. In my base in my closet. This is a signature. Every house should be able to know that this is Signature Moov stuff. So I want it to be a household name now. I want the world to know, not just the Caribbean. I want it to be global. And being global, I have to put in that extra work. That's why we move not just sneakers anymore. We do sneakers, we do apparel, and we do the beard oil. And we always trying our best to find more other stuff. And that's why we have the word embracing the culture, right? So we want it to be something out there. The world must be seeing what we produce out there.
So I have to say this, quite funny. I've been seeing on Facebook lately that the ladies have to look out for the bald-headed men with the beard and the mustache. So tell me about this beard oil.
Okay, we have
It seems to be the trend.
we started a beard oil 2 years ago, 2 years ago because that's a trend for a lot of men out there, right? You find a lot of men trying to grow beard, a lot of men trying it too, what to say, too dry, it's flaky and stuff. So what I did, I started experimenting myself because I have this philosophy that says the internet makes you and break you at the same time. So I designed a beard oil that's able to work in my beard and use natural products. So we have the lotion, we do have the oil, and you can see the logo right there too, right? That's
So
the
which logo
logo.
is that one? Which one is that
This
one?
this one's the crown, the King Solomon crown, right? With the jaguar in the middle. So you do have the logo on our stuff right here, right? So we have the beard balm, we have the lotion, and we have the oil. And all
Wow,
our
I didn't
stuff is not
realize it
and
took
all
so much.
yeah, all our stuff is natural. So we have like herbal stuff like coconut oil, tea tree oil, black Jamaican oil, and we take our time and we blend it together. As people see, like, why you get so much a beard now? I'm actually experimenting on myself because we're trying to bring out something new, bring out a new beard oil. This one that we did 2 years ago, this we have a kit. It sells like $34 online, right? So we have something new that we bring out. They have the scent, when you pass female, like, whoa, this smells so nice, right? So we all working towards something like that too. So we have that there too.
Oh, ladies, beware. It's going to be the beard smelling now.
Yeah, we want something because the women have so much cater for them. So most men now growing beard, they want to get a nice proper groom beard. That's why we call it King Solomon Grooming Collection.
Well, I do have to ask this for all the ladies who are going to be listening out there. I mean, is this applicable and can we use it? Not that we want to take away from you guys, but we like
I
to have a
uh,
lot here too.
I I had a customer one time. She bought the lotion, the beard cream, and she says for her edges. I can't say it's 100%, but she used it for her edges, and she said it works. But I really can't endorse that because I didn't practice on myself. As I said, the oil, everything I work for me before I put it out there. But female do use it sometimes too.
Well, tea tree oil and black Jamaican castor oil and black seed oil, those things are
That's right.
magnificent and already well known for growth. I mean, and the scent. Well, with that said, I guess we're coming to the end of our program this evening. Um, is there any last words you'd like to give to the young or anybody out there who's contemplating
But
right now taking a chance on themselves?
for the young entrepreneurs, I would tell you guys, don't give up on your dream. You're gonna get obstacles gonna come your way. You're gonna get so many obstacles that come your way. But if it's something that you desire, push. Continue to make that move. Continue to make that signature move. As I said, we started off by painting sneakers to actually designing our own sneakers. So we started off. I'm going to give an example for them, for the young entrepreneurs. We started off with something like this. Now we're doing this. All our sneakers from the soles to the lace, that's we making our sneakers. So for the young people out there who trying to come out there and make their own brand for themselves, it's not gonna be easy. Nobody likes you and they're gonna be easy. But you're gonna face difficulties, but in order to overcome that, you have to motivate yourself and it's something that you want to achieve for yourself and your family. So never give up on your dream. Never give up on your aspiration. Continue to push, and one day it's gonna pay off for you.
Excellent advice. And don't forget to patent it the minute that you think of it, because
That's right.
that's important.
That
Yes. Well,
that's so
Quince,
true. That's so true.
the key to a successful company, of course, is knowing how to meet your customer needs. Are you using the modern technology? How are you using the modern technology in terms of your business?
Okay, as our objective of business is embracing the culture, meaning that the new technologies out there as a company, we try to incorporate it in our business. For example, AI program. A lot of people are actually using AI, so we're using that for designing. So we have our designers them use the AI program. Also, me myself, I'm actually using that program to do a lot out there for my brand, like the sneakers, the ads, the clothing part of it. It's much more easier because that program based on command. So you tell the program what you want it to want and gives you four aspect of four pieces. So incorporating AI into my business, it makes it much more easy because even the major companies like Pepsi, Sheen, a lot of them using AI. So why Signature Move cannot use AI? So one of the things embracing that whole new technology, the digital technology, and makes the
Yeah.
brand much more feasible. If you go on our story right now, I did a AI sneakers, like the human race, like this sneakers right here. I did a Black History Month sneakers, a version of the sneakers through AI. So it makes my job, because in doing the mock-up, it makes it much more easy. The manufacturer could relate to it because they're using AI also too.
Yes. Well,
So
digital.
that's something for my brand I try to incorporate a lot to it.
Yes. Digital intelligence is a must and must be embraced if you're looking to grow your business for the future. I know you mentioned earlier about that you did a mock-up. So did you use artificial intelligence for that, or is this something that you've already had in you?
I actually, before AI came about for me as a brand, I came from a background where I learned drawing and stuff because I'm a trained industrial art teacher. I draw house plan, I do a lot of drawing and stuff. So most of my mock-up comes from me. I designed myself on the
Mhm.
computer. But now using AI is much more easier for us to. So all our mock-up and stuff, I do the mock-up online using the program, and most of my manufacturers they could relate because they're already advanced in front of me. They're using that program, so I don't want to fall behind and not using it. So all our designs that you're gonna find, because I said, if you go on my store, you're gonna find a few sneakers right now. We're doing it online right now using AI.
So do you think as a business owner that it's actually very important to have kind of like your hands in all the pots? It sounds like you, instead of hiring someone to do it, you kind of want to know how to do it yourself.
I Yeah, but I still want to know because I have to relate to that person. I have to relate to them. I don't want to be outside that box, don't knowing what I'm talking about. So I want to educate myself in the process. So if me, my designers, we could still have co-op, we could still have conversation. Having an idea what is it. And if you have a brand, you have to know what you're doing. You can't just sit back and relax and let the ship roll. You have to know the ins and outs of what is going on. So the new technology, you have to find yourself. You have to know what is going on in new technology or in new era.
Yeah. Hence why your business is so successful. Obviously, you're taking part in every part of it. But I also listened to some of the countries you mentioned. Do you get any sleep?
Most well, that there is a touchy stuff because most of my manufacturers, them, most of my you gotta say my workers, them who work with me, they live in a different time zone. So now one of my manufacturers now waking up, but I need that manufacturer right now. So when I finish here, I have to go have a conversation. Now it's morning for him. Now it's night for me. So he's ready. I'm tired, but I want the business. I want my business to be effective. I have a next manufacturer, 3 o'clock my time. It's 12 in the night for them. They go into bed. So I have to get back early and do it. That's one of the things that I try to incorporate in my business, the multitasking all over the place. I have people now to be able to manage and understand what I want, what is my concept. So I do have rest. I do take the rest as well. When I first started, I was all over the place.
Yeah. Well, it's good to have some alignment. And so,
That's right.
Quincy, it's been a pleasure having you on our show, and we look forward to the continuous growth of your company. Have a
Thank
great
you
night.
so much. Thank you.
For those of you looking to make a purchase, you can go onto www.signaturemove.com, MOOV, or you can give Quincy a call directly at 404 643 7924.